Are you looking for a way to effectively block porn on an Android device, a way in which your child cannot get around? Well, we've taken a look at a lot of solutions out in the market, and at this point, Mobicip seems to be one of the best. So this is a review of the Mobicip Safe Browser, and it shows you the key features in respect of blocking porn and circumventing access to remove it. First up is when you open the browser, it's going to ask you to create an account. Bear in mind, this is the free version that we're evaluating. There is a premium version in which you have web access and web controls. That's really cool, but not strictly speaking necessary. First time that you go into the browser, it's going to ask you to set up a passcode. Please make sure you use something that you can remember and that your child has no clue what it could be. Then, because this is an Android app, it can request access for administrator control. Click activate, give it access, and that's what makes it so powerful. That's what will prevent your child from being able to uninstall it. So your child is going to try and get rid of this app. They're going to go into their settings, into the application manager, they're going to look for the app, and they're going to see if they can remove it using this technique. The great thing about Mobicip is that you cannot uninstall it. You'll notice that the buttons there, force stop and uninstall, have been grayed out. You cannot use them to get rid of this app. So another way to try and delete an app is you go into the app tray and you do an uninstall. Here it actually gives you the impression that it's going to be uninstalled, but it does not come off the device. Right, so another good feature about Mobicip is that it prevents access to other browsers. No point in having a safe browser, but you can go onto your Google Chrome or your browser that comes with your Samsung, for example, and access porn. And as you can see over here, every time we try and open a normal browser, it prevents access. This includes browsers that you install after putting Mobicip on the phone. And that is a great feature because there are pretty good adult filter browsers on the market, but none of them, or very few of them, prevent access to the other browsers, and therefore if they can't, then they're meaningless. So having a look at the Mobicip browser itself, it's a fairly decent browser. It can do pretty much everything you want it to do. If we do a query, for example, naked blondes, it does not yield any results. It actually intercepts it and blocks it from the word go. Some of the safe browsers out there actually show the results page, and then when you try to click on a result, you can't actually go anywhere. Another test of whether the browser is any good is if the child goes to Google directly and does a search inside Google in the browser. In this case, Mobicip does the intercept and the prevention perfectly. Another test is if you go to Google and you attempt to do an image search. A lot of the browsers that I look at filter web results but don't filter image searches. And if you can't filter image searches, then basically the child can access porn images. And in this case, Mobicip does a great job at blocking image results. So I would say Mobicip is a fantastic solution for Android devices, for blocking porn, and for something that you cannot take off the device and prevents access to other browsers.